This week's Extra Life on F5 Live Refreshing Technology is proudly powered by EXA. EXA brings the latest technology to gamers, offering the most immersive products for the ultimate gaming experience. They've compiled the best elements of cutting-edge ENC tech, the latest in Bluetooth 5.0 and 7.1 surround, plus extra features into their headsets so everyone can enjoy a sensational gaming experience. And they've got headsets for Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Plus, they won't break the bank. Learn more about the headsets that are available and any current promotions by going to f5live.tv/exa. We've said it before, and I still agree with it. Xbox Game Pass, particularly Ultimate, is the best deal in gaming. However, that deal is changing as we speak. In fact, I've gotten my personal email that my Ultimate plan is changing. Microsoft has changed around the subscription tiers. That seems to be what's happening across all forms of media. We'll talk about Netflix in a little bit. And with that comes some new tiers. Ultimate is staying, but it is going up 33%, which is $5 from $14.99 to $19.99. It will still come with everything that you know and love. But there's a basic plan that is losing most things, which is a shame. Then, of course, you still have, I think, the console and the PC standalones. But I think they don't have EA Play now or something like that. So, but bunches of changes. But the thing that's interesting here is with this price increase comes some government scrutiny. We know that one of the big concerns about bringing Activision inside of Microsoft, as far as the governments around the world were concerned, we don't have control here over the other governments, but we can talk about the Federal Trade Commission. One of their big concerns was what was going to happen with Game Pass, whether or not the purchase of Activision was going to be reflected into the cost of Game Pass. Microsoft assured the FTC that that was not going to happen. And here we are several months later as Activision titles are starting to show up in full force across Game Pass. Ultimate has gone up and other plans have lost features. So there is going to be increased scrutiny across this, though it is important to note that, yes, the purchase of Activision has changed what is available on Game Pass, right? The amount of content has gone through the roof, and so with that comes cost. I think even we talked about it, that there was going to be a cost increase at some point, probably in the short term, and there was kind of no way around it. That if all of this stuff was going to come to Game Pass, it was going to get paid for somewhere, somehow. Activision wasn't magically free. But it was pretty quick turnaround, and it is unfortunate to see. And I do suspect that we will see some complaints from the Federal Trade Commission, from the European Commission, whatever part of the EC oversees mergers and acquisitions, because they were the big concern here. But one of the ways that Microsoft dealt with concerns over Game Pass was through a relationship with NVIDIA GeForce Go. Nope, GeForce Now. GeForce Go a thing? Doesn't matter. GeForce Now, which is their streaming service, and Microsoft has agreed to put a bunch of the first-party titles from Microsoft Studios onto GeForce Now. And two interesting things happened there this week as well. The price of GeForce Now, as I initially learned from Tom's Hardware, has been cut in half, at least for the short term. And either as a tease against Microsoft and their increased prices, or more likely, the expansion of the relationship between Microsoft and NVIDIA, where from Xbox.com, you can now launch GeForce Now on titles that support it, which is pretty cool. So now, from the game listing, you can launch cloud gaming. You can purchase it and send it to your console. You can purchase it through the store, install it on your PC, or you can pop open GeForce Now and play it there. That is a pretty cool capability. And with the pricing structure and the difference in the way we've talked before, we've got episodes on the difference between Game Pass and GeForce Now. It gives a totally different way of playing and of theoretically streaming for those Game Pass subscriptions that still have cloud gaming, which they don't all have anymore. It gives more options to gamers, and I think we've talked about this many times over the years, Avram. More options is almost always better.
Yeah, that is almost always better. One thing, though, that I really want to say about Xbox Game Pass while we're talking about it is what a pain in the butt Microsoft is about trying to push you to subscribe to it.
Mm-hmm.
When you, I cannot, the amount of times that, I set up a new PC, I've set up new PCs recently, things that came and, the out of the box experience, these Snapdragon Copilot Plus PCs that I had to test, and the amount of times that it tried to get me to sign up for Xbox Game Pass, during the setup, you skip it, and then I think later it says, let's finish setting you up and try to get you to do it again. I got an alert in the, an actual alert notification in my notification area for it at one point. And of course, sometimes Xbox Game Pass, but I think also sometimes just ads for individual games like Candy Crush or whatever are appearing on the lock screen now. So I find that extremely annoying no matter what plan it is.
How about that start menu addition they tried in the Insider, where your profile showed which services you had and had not signed up for?
Right.
I mean, they're pushing it hard. Now, of course,
it's
subscription revenue, recurring revenue is all the rage in the tech and entertainment industry, and in this particular case, Game Pass is the combination of the two, of Microsoft being the tech and gaming being the entertainment. Subscription services are all the rage in both of those industries, so that Microsoft 365, which, by the way, I saw the funniest thing this week. We'll talk about it more in the next segment, but it said Microsoft 364. The 5 was scratched out and somebody written 4 because Friday. So that was that was pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
But yeah, subscription stuff is a big thing at Microsoft right now. It was a big thing for Satya when he took over, and they've been pushing it hard. And yeah, you're right. You can't avoid it. Get a new PC. Game Pass? No thanks. Game Pass? No thank you. Bloop. Game Pass? It's like Peter Griffin when he was the maid in the motel. I clean your room? No, not right now. I clean? No, we're sleeping. I clean.
They won't leave you alone. I find it extremely, extremely annoying.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, if Microsoft is going to make its operating system into like an ad service platform for its subscription services, then maybe it shouldn't be trying to charge people money for the OS.
True enough. True enough.
It's absolutely annoying and disgusting. So anyway, I know that's not exactly. We were talking about the various plans that you have, but the fact that they're pushing it so hard on people, like, what if not everybody wants to play games?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
honestly,
my mom's not interested in Game Pass.
now, I will say I haven't. All the systems that I've set up where I've had this have been, I think, home office, have been like Windows 11 Home.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it does it on Windows 11 Pro or not.
It does. Because I just set up a bunch of them at Forge, and it pinged me for each and every one of them.
So even if you are buying this for work, I mean, I assume IT departments can just turn it off or something. But
yeah,
I mean,
you can change the OOBE. So can OEMs if they want to. They just don't, because I think they get a cut of the sign up. So.
Yeah, I find the whole thing really disgusting. That's all. It's really, and like, I mean, also obviously they're pushing other things on you, like is it not Copilot Plus? Because that's the type of machine, but is it Copilot Pro?
Pro,
is that the one where you had to spend $10 extra a month or something, and you get unlimited image generation through Copilot Designer or whatever? But whatever the case, it's annoying how much they're pushing these subscription services on you. I find it extremely annoying.
Agreed. But on the topic of Game Pass, it is, even with this price increase, I still consider it the best deal in gaming. I like the ability to play whatever's new on PC and console. So even at $19, it's still theoretically only double what Xbox Live was. And it comes with a bunch of stuff, but the price increase, again, we knew it was coming eventually. They have to pay for that Activision purchase. But we all knew it was coming, but I also like the idea that they are supporting a wider gaming ecosystem. I know Microsoft's been having some sort of conversation with Valve. We don't know what it is. It's possible that it's this, that the game listings may be able to also spawn the Steam store. We don't know. There were rumors about an acquisition of Steam, but I don't think there's any truth to those rumors. But especially after Activision. But the ability to go to the game listing and launch GeForce Now, or cloud gaming, or push it to your console, install it on your PC. I like that. And if they can expand that to more platforms, I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, the price increase was definitely a disappointment. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of F5 Live Refreshing Technology. If you did, please subscribe to the channel down below, and of course hit the notification bell, because we know that subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. If you've got topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, please comment them down below. And if you'd like to not follow us on YouTube, there's lots of ways that you can follow along with our content by going to PLUGHITZLive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all of the ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.